What's good, YouTube? It's cuddleofdeath here. Hooray, happy day, woo! And as you can see from the title, I am bringing you guys a Pokemon X and Y NU Wi-Fi battle. Now this battle is with BuizelMaster from Twitter, aka Lance in the game. He has a very cool team. You see the nice and cool Mightyena, which I've used in one of my previous videos a while ago. I really enjoyed using it. You see the Swallow, which is very common to have an NU. I also have one, so I was like, ah, crap, he's got a Swallow as well. I see a Ariados, which is a really cool Pokemon. I see Lantern, which I also like as well. Dust Noir is very creepy looking. And I was also very happy to see the Torkoal on his team. I am running that nice and powerful shiny Dedenne, a very cute Doctor Pokemon. You guys know Dr. Nuzzle from the Let's Play that I did for Pokemon X. Well, I have Bean this time. I have Swallow, the Politoed, and then I also, you know, have the rest of my team. I have the Gourgeist, the Muck, and I have the almighty KECLEON. He leads with his Torkoal, and because nothing was really threatening me on his team that I couldn't swap out against, I was like, I'm gonna lead with the mighty shiny Bean. And he does a lot of damage to that Torkoal. I Volt Switch out into my Politoed to get the Drizzle up, basically to nullify anything that this Torkoal probably could have done to me. It is now raining. He gets up the Stealth Rocks, which is good for him, because I don't believe I have anyone on my team that can actually get rid of hazards, which isn't a great idea. I should definitely get someone on my NU team to get rid of those hazards. But it's okay, I was just screwing around and I wanted an NU battle so bad. So I go for a Scald, thinking in a way that he might possibly switch, and he goes into Lantern. I still did a decent amount of damage considering it's a Scald. Of course it was in the rain. I stay in because I don't really care too much about the Politoed that turn, and I kind of want to get a burn even though Lantern's not a physical attacker. I take a lot of damage, and then I decide, okay, I'm going to go ahead and swap out my Politoed. I'm going to go straight into my Gourgeist here, because I know that I'd be able to take hits from this Lantern right now, especially with how much HP my Gourgeist has. He goes straight for a Volt Switch, predicting I guess he was going to try to kill my little Politoed there. He swaps into his Mightyena. So I'm sitting here thinking, no big deal. This is actually my physical wall. My Gourgeist can take physical hits with ease. I'm just gonna Will-O-Wisp it. But he surprises me, and he's actually a special attacking Mightyena. So I'm like, aw crap, this is not good for me, and I need to get my Gourgeist out of here, unless I want to just, you know, I could have let him die. I could let him die here if I really wanted to, but I'm trying to save him because he's really cool. I love shiny Gourgeist. He just looks awesome. So I'm like, okay, this is a shiny Mightyena, so I'm going to swap out into my specially defensive wall, KECLEON. Now, I understand a lot of people run Assault Vest KECLEON, but in this particular set, I am running Leftovers. I am running Leftovers on this because it is a sub power-up punch set, also with Sucker Punch and Shadow Sneak. I figured he couldn't really do much to me, so I went ahead and I went for the power-up punch to start getting that boost. He already knew that I was going to be a physical attacker, which is why he swapped back into his Torkoal. However, I am not fearing a single thing from this Torkoal because it is going to be a special attacker anyways, so I can pretty much get a free sub up and start setting up like crazy on this Torkoal. And as much as I hate to take out Torkoals, it was just super easy for me to start setting up on him. He goes for the Lava Plume and doesn't break my sub, which I didn't think he would. So I'm still in good standing here, to tell you the truth. So I just keep using Power Up Punch. Fists are going everywhere, although KECLEON doesn't really have much. Look at his little hands. You guys just saw. He's not going to be able to make like a gigantic fist, but you know what? He is punching his way to victory. He is punching through a turtle. He finally does break my sub, which doesn't really threaten me too much. I'm not really worried about it, and I could pretty much take a Lava Plume from him anyways, but I just want to keep, you know, being safe. I checked to see if he can break my sub again because his HP is going down anyways, and I can't remember if Lava Plume was going to do more damage the less HP. I forgot exactly what it does. I should have looked it up. But instead he ended up going for a Toxic there anyways, so I got a free sub. He withdraws his Torkoal, but I'm pretty much able to do anything that I want. He swaps into his Swallow, which was a pretty good switch because this thing can be a huge threat on any NU team. However, because it is part normal, I do neutral damage to it and continue to get my Power Up Punch boost. he gets the flame orb to burn him and activate guts. However, unfortunately for him, he can't do a single thing to me because I do have Sucker Punch. Plus, I have buffed my KECLEON up like crazy at that point, so his swallow was pretty much useless. If he would have sent it out earlier, it might have been able to do something, but unfortunately for him, it wasn't able to do anything. Now I can just sit here and Sucker Punch stuff if I'm predicting an attack. His Ariados got no screen time whatsoever, just got sent out and then it got sent to a funeral pretty much. He got put in a coffin right there. He goes out into poor little Torkoal and I'm just like, okay, this thing hasn't been able to do anything to me in the past, so I'm just gonna keep using Power Up Punch. I don't know if that makes me a dick or not, but I was like, okay, Power Up Punch behind this cute little sub. His HP keeps dropping now. He goes and does not break my sub at all. I keep restoring HP. My KECLEON has been turned into a monster, not to be, it's actually scary as hell. So he swaps on the Dust Noir and I believe I go for a Power Up Punch here, so that was actually a good switch since I couldn't do anything. However, I do have the Sucker Punch and Shadow Sneak. Not knowing what his Dust Noir is going to do, I go ahead and go for the Shadow Sneak. That way I'm guaranteed to hit, whereas Sucker Punch wasn't guaranteed to hit if he wasn't going to go for an attacking move. And I one-shot it with that super powered up power up punch Shadow Sneak. Oh my gosh, there's just so much. So he goes into his lantern now, and I probably should have just went for like a Sucker Punch, but instead I go for a Shadow Sneak, and he lives with very little amount of HP. He goes for the Scald, and he finally breaks my substitute, but literally there's nothing he can do here. I Shadow Sneak all over his lantern, coming up from all angles with those little fists, and I take out his lantern. He is back out to this poor little Torkoal who's just been sitting there watching destruction happen, watching his comrades falling the entire time. I go into a substitute again. I guess I am being a dick here. I just keep going into substitute. I probably could just kill him, but I don't know. I've never expected this. I never expected to be in this situation before. So I just go for another power-up punch. I punch this Torkoal in the face. He almost dies there, but I get another boost anyways. He goes for the Lava Plume. He has very little HP right now. So if it does work that way, which I think that's how it works, he literally can't do very much, or he does a lot of damage. Now he does enough to break my sub. So he's still in a bad position though because of how many attack boosts I've gotten. So since he's super slow, I just go for another power up punch. Look at those hands. I am throwing hands here, you guys. Throwing those fists out. This little KECLEON is a scary, scary fucking monster. He goes out into his Mightyena, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go for the power up punch. I don't think he can really do much to me. I guess he was a mixed attacker. I go for the power up punch. I get the super effective hit, obviously, since it's fighting versus dark. And I defeated him. So thank you so much, BuizelMaster. I'm really, really happy about this battle. And I'm happy that you responded and, you know, let me battle you. It was still a really fun battle. I know it sucks to like get set up on and whatnot, but he does actually have a really, really good team. And let me know if you guys have ever been set up on before. Is it frustrating for you guys if you get set up on? Because it doesn't make you like a bad player, because I've been set up on before and it just puts you in a really, really bad position. But this was a really good battle, and I will be posting more, so make sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed. Check out BuizelMaster's Twitter, go follow him, tweet at him, tell him that he has an awesome team, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know your answer to my question in the comment section below. Bye!